That wasn't live. I'm not quite sure. Good morning, everyone. I just put on a little countdown video, but I'm not quite sure of that. I don't think I'd pressed live. So anyway, good morning, Tiff. How are you,
Good
darling?
morning. Bit unusual, the morning show. Ooh.
No. Well, I was out last night at a Young Living event listening to this amazing naturopath and looking at all our gorgeous Christmas catalogue things. We got to look at them, smell them, trial them, and all sorts of things. So it was absolutely amazing.
How exciting.
Yes, so I had to reschedule, and I'm actually wondering, we'll see how we go. Wondering
Might have some
if we might
different
just
faces pop through
yeah,
today. Wouldn't that
let's
be fun?
get some new faces here. So good morning, everybody. And I have not got a pen and paper. I'm at my daughter's place, so I am way behind the eight ball here. So good morning, Danielle, Judy, Kerry Addison. How are you, everybody? So I'm going to go and grab a piece of paper and a pen. Hi, Kate. And I'm going to throw Tiffy in at the deep end. Have you put any oil,
No problem, that's
you
fine.
put any oils on this morning? Have you
This
got
morning, I went straight for Joy, actually. It's one of my absolute favorites at the moment. I can't believe I waited so long to get it.
get some
Um,
joy?
it's just absolutely a beautiful. It is somewhere. No, it's probably over at my
It
diffuser
is.
set.
I've got one. I actually have a little stash here of a
Here we
few.
go.
I'm actually in Melbourne. I'm not at my usual location. So I'm at
Ooh,
my daughter's place and just enjoying being with my grandchildren and my
isn't that
daughters.
lovely?
3 beautiful daughters in Melbourne. And I had a great event last Saturday with the beautiful Gwenda, who's on spiritual events on Tuesday night. And I had a beautiful time with Zita and a few beautiful ladies in Melbourne. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about what we did there. And I've got some new cards, some Goddess on Purpose cards. So I'm
Ooh.
going to be sharing some of the joys of these during today's live. So,
Doesn't that
okay,
sound nice?
I'm going to let you go. I'm going to just quickly go and grab a
No
biro.
problem.
Usually I've got it all sitting here. So I'll be back
Just
in a
a
minute.
pen.
Oh, yes, thank you. A pen and a piece of paper. And those people who have joined us, have a think about your intention. And I'm going to come back and share the value of saying no, which is
Oh,
my
wonderful. Which is
intentions.
important over the next couple of months. Things get so busy. You need to learn to streamline and, with
Yep,
Christmas and all the
absolutely.
holidays. And,
Yeah, but wait till you hear what I'm saying no to. I'll be back.
ooh, fantastic. So I'm going to waffle on a little bit about my joy oil that I recently got in what is called our emotional wellness collection, which is just a beautiful little set for people that are on our monthly orders already. So the set with these beautiful little oils. See how many of them I can find. First, obviously, was the Joy, which is just amazing oil. It has the rose in it, which um, vibrates at a very high frequency and is just honestly so beautifully and uplifting. Um, Also, stress away in the 15 ml bottle. So, like, not going to be running out of that anytime soon. It's absolutely. I hate running out of stress away. So, I was incredibly excited to be getting a 15 ml bottle of it with my pack. I can use
Fantastic.
it as heavily handed as I want now.
So, what do you do with your empty bottles? I'm back, everybody.
I often refill them,
Yes,
actually.
I often put a roll on them and, put a little bit of carrier oil and share them with my
Exactly. Often I'll put a bit of
grandchildren.
carrier oil in the bottle when it's already low, and if
Yes.
I have a roller top, I'll pop that on there as well.
Ah, fantastic. So, yes, our, what I got, oh, this is my Lady Sclerol that I put my roller blend in. I haven't actually applied mine today yet. So, Lady Sclerol is one for the girls. Fantastic.
I
And
have
it's a
thieves with my roller handy at the moment, which is always good to have a thieves with a bit of
yes.
oil in there for little nicks and infections and whatnot.
Fantastic. So, yeah, tell me in the comments, have you heard of Lady Sclerol? So, if you would like to renew your womanly feelings and get that those juices flowing and actually fantastic oil, and it has some beautiful, oh gosh, a whole list of things, including coriander, geranium, orange, clary sage, the girly one, bergamot, royal Hawaiian sandalwood. This is just to name a few. Spearmint and what's the other one? Spearmint and Idaho blue spruce. So look, it has, and that's just some of what's in here. So I just recently ran out. Now this would last me for a year. So and
Wow.
I put it on every day. So I reckon a year or maybe 9 months, but it's
Those
my
big bottles
go-to.
go so far.
Yes, absolutely. So, do you want to hear what I'm saying no about, or did you have something else to share before I
No,
just jump?
I want to hear what you're saying no to. Absolutely.
Ah,
You've got a
so
bee up in there, I can see.
Ah, I am really pleased with myself because I had got into the habit of, treating myself with a bit of chocolate. And I think that that's kind of what happens in winter. And actually, where I live is in a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. And sometimes it's like, oh, I need to go and down to the shop and buy myself a treat. And my treats started to, happen daily. So my treat buying. So my no at the moment is no to chocolate, no to things that are not serving me well in the health and well-being in the diet department. So I was here at my daughter's the other day and she said, "Oh, Mum, do you want some chocolate?" And I said, "No, thank you,"
Oh,
because
wow.
I know once I start on that, I'm a goner. So who else is a goner when you get into some chocolate?
I can completely relate. I love my chocolate. It's a little bit of a problem. And I actually, when I had my daughter, she I couldn't eat chocolate, or she would get nappy rash from breastfeeding. So
Yes.
I was sort of forced into that deep end with the chocolate there, and
Yeah.
I'd only be allowed a Freddo Frog every now and then.
Oh, yes. Well, when I was a little girl, I used to hate chocolate. I used to basically vomit. I just couldn't.
Oh, wow.
But when I grew up, that changed. So I couldn't eat chocolate cake. I was a pretty fussy eater. So how many of you? Oh, Emma's saying yes. It's all or none with me. So you're right. Well, I've opted for the none. And I want to encourage you all today to think about what might your no be in life. So if it's food that you eat that is not going to give you a good health choice. And Emma didn't like sweets when she was younger either. Oh, that's interesting.
That's
Uh,
fascinating.
yes, fantastic. And actually, when my children were young, I actually didn't give them sweets. And I lived in the bush. So that was pretty easy because we weren't, living in a city and didn't have access to lots of shops and things like that. So I really made some good choices for my children as far as that went. And I remember going to visit the grandparents, and the grandma wanted to spoil the kids and give them ice cream every night. And I can remember I was just, particularly for my first one, I was just, shocked. And really, it wasn't until my eldest was about 5 before she really had any lollies. And I was shocked with the grandmother, but I was only there for like 2 weeks a year, and if that
Yeah.
actually. So I kind of let go and went, oh, well, she can do a thing. But why people think they've got to spoil kids with sweets is beyond me.
We didn't eat sweets when we were younger as well. My sister had a number of allergies, and I was quite hyperactive. So I can completely relate to that. I remember being young and at a birthday party, and my mum was like, "No, she can't have Coca-Cola." And I remember one of my mum's friends sort of being like around the corner, have a sip, it'll be fine, type thing. And it was not fine. I was ping pong balling all over the place. So
And wouldn't it be nice if we actually supported each other's healthy decisions and
yeah,
and
yeah.
praised each other for having the
It's a
strength
hard
to.
choice to make, like doing things
Yes.
like excluding Coca-Cola, from example, when you're at a birthday party. And yeah,
Mm.
I agree. Imagine if my mom had had that support from her friend. they're not friends anymore. So
Yes,
so
right. Well,
proof
that's
in the
right.
pudding
So,
there.
yes, you get to choose your friends, not your family. So
Mm.
if you're, and there's something else, if you have people around you that aren't lifting you to the highest vibration, what can we do to change that? I love to use gathering. I haven't got any gathering with me, but I do love gathering. If I want to gather people around me,
There's some wonderful comments coming in.
yeah, fantastic. We love a conversation, so please interact if you're able to. I know sometimes people might be driving or whatever, but if you can interact, please join us in this conversation. That's it. Today's the day. No more bread. Good girl, Emma.
Good job.
So I gave up bread years ago. I'm always on about what do I need to do for my health and vitality, and I was stacking on a bit of weight, and I went off bread, and I was eating a small portion of meat 3 times a day, which was really new for me because I was almost vegetarian, but I was
Mm-hmm.
lacking in energy, and
Yeah.
it wasn't working for me. So I actually had all my mercury fillings out,
Oh,
and
good.
went on to some supplements and had a root canal out after I heard the lack of joy in root canals, and I started looking after myself. So no more bread was part of my regime. I have to admit it's crept back in again, but
It's a hard one to keep out, that bread, isn't it?
yes, yes, and particularly when we know what's in bread, and we know that in a lot of our grains are just smothered in Roundup. What's the other name for it?
Oh,
Glyphosate.
it's too early for that, Kay.
Yes, early in the morning. Pesticides and
There
chemicals,
we
and
go.
that's what we need to eliminate from our body, because we know that they collect in the cells of our body, they collect in our organs, and they are playing havoc with our health and well-being. So give me a high
And Kate
five.
Lane,
Pardon? Yeah,
no
Kate?
iced coffee, replacing it with the Ningxia drink instead. Also wearing
Yeah,
my amber pendant. That's amazing.
fantastic. Well, I'm drinking my Ningxia Red here, which you can't see the colour. You can sort of almost. It's beautiful.
Don't spill it.
All those high antioxidants and all the wonderful things that our body needs. So last night we had a talk here in Melbourne, because Young Living's going around different states, and there's this beautiful guy who is a naturopath, and he was talking about the value of Ningxia Red, and they actually talked about a recent study that was done on people who are using Ningxia Red, and they had better sleep, they recovered from illnesses quickly, their energy was a lot higher. There were just so many uh, different things that Ningxia Red, everybody who took place in the study, uh, you know, gave their feedback, and those who were drinking Ningxia Red came out tops. It was they all recovered really quickly and had so many health benefits. So if you were lagging in energy and if you need to support your health and well-being, Ningxia Red is a fantastic drink. So I've got mine here, and there's essential oils in it, but I've actually added 10 drops of my citrus fresh to really beef
Ooh.
it up. Oh, fantastic. Nice. So our citrus fresh oil is cold pressed from the rinds of the citrus fruit, and in the rind of the fruit, it gives us different attributes to what's in the juice of the fruit. So a fantastic thing to do. So
Also
our
yummy in your
lovely,
water.
hey,
Also very yummy in your water.
yes, yes. So what I do is make a long drink with mine. I put the little, I've got sachets on me at the moment because I'm traveling. So I put a small amount in the bottom, and then the rest, the major part of this cup is water. So
I've
it's,
mixed it with give a little bit to my little children, and they were a bit
Yes.
like, "Oh, that's funny looking." So I mixed it with a bit of the apple and blackcurrant juice, and they drank it up so quickly.
So then the knack, if that was me, the knack would be to just reduce the amount of other
Yeah,
juices.
exactly,
So
exactly.
our Ningxia Red doesn't spike our blood sugar level. It's actually people with diabetics can cope with it really well. So it's really worthwhile addition to your diet. And things we learnt last night were fantastic. And I'm actually going to be talking more about that probably next Wednesday night in our Essential Oil Wisdom group. We weren't actually allowed to record the naturopath part of the talk. So I took lots of notes and photos. And Kate's 8-year-old loves drinking Ningxia. Yes, my grandchildren come to my place and they just love it. And being the grandma that doesn't buy lemonade and doesn't spoil their children, because I believe actually that they have enough of that through just their general lifestyle and even what their parents give them. So I'm the grandmother that likes to spoil them with healthy things that they love, like essential oils and Ningxia Red. And they quite like it. I've never had any of them say no to a Ningxia Red yet.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Okay, so you people who have joined us, if anyone would like a reading with an oils and some cards, give us a shout out, give us your intention. We're really pleased that you're with us, and thank you for joining us, because yes, we have changed the time and day because I'm on the road, so to speak. And is there anyone here being affected by all that crazy rain that's happening around Australia? Our hearts go out to everybody, because there's some really tragic things happening for many people
Been
who are
very stressful for those in that area.
absolutely. So sending our love. Now, I don't have my chimes with me today, but I actually bought some of Gary's chimes. Gwenda bought a couple and I bought 3 extras, and I managed to sell them for him. So he's a happy
Wow, look
camper,
at you.
and they're all happy campers too. So it's fantastic. Keep the apartment tidier, Kerry. Let's see.
I feel that.
Yeah, you feel that? I feel that too.
One day the kids will put their things away.
One day.
Maybe.
So that is the thing, isn't it? It's like all of us. We really need to create patterns in our life,
Right. Yeah.
create consistency, and create early patterns. So I see my
I
grandchildren. What
often say this to my daughter. She doesn't like washing her face, and she's just gotten to the stage of life where she needs to do that twice a day. And so
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
trying, I'm trying to explain to her, like, it might be a bit of a drag now, but trust me, once you've gotten that pattern formed, you're
yeah,
gonna like,
right. It's
you'll
like
regret not
cleaning
doing
my teeth. I don't feel complete until I've cleaned my teeth. Before I walk out
it.
the door, that kind of thing. Um, I think parents these days, they've got what can they do? Like if your children, well, I learned late in my life, after 4 children later, I think, that uh, if you wanted your children to do something and it was a no when you knew that you wanted that yes, for me it was like, well, if you want your iPad, you can't have your iPad until you've done A, B, C, or
Yeah.
something like that. So
I found that controlling things, like if you want a yes when they're trying to give you a no, you need to like take away variables. So, for
yes,
example, um, would you like a dinner before, or would you like a bath before or after dinner? They're still going to get wet, but they feel like they have that option.
that is a savvy parent for sure. Sorry, my phone's. So that is a savvy parent, and I, as a school teacher, I actually did some studies in working with children on the spectrum, and or just children in general behaviour in the classroom. You need to give them a couple of choices, because then they don't feel like they're being locked into a corner, and they feel like that they have, got choice in their life.
Who likes to feel locked in a corner?
No, not I, said the
That's
fly.
right.
So, what have we got for Kerry?
Ooh, lovely.
Let's
So,
see.
it's time for you to perhaps be a little bit assertive with your patterns and start saying no when you need to. Um, you've got a lot of encouragement behind you to move forward with, these sorts of ventures. You said keep your house cleaner, so perhaps finding ways to have the things around you fall into these patterns that are going to work, and perhaps not fighting patterns that other people around you have, and finding ways that you can make them mesh together would be a way for you to find flow and abundance in your life. Um, and perhaps making sure to release, do that, get rid of those things that aren't bringing you joy in your house, or things that aren't working. Just streamline what you need and what makes you feel good, and really, really start to bring that happy energy into you and all of those that are around you.
Beautiful. Yes, Jocelyn, have you got an intention? Let's see. Let's see what we've got for Kerry in the way of an oil card so that you can get to the bottom of not being organised. And I actually thought the first thought that came to me for you, Kerry, was do you feel you deserve to have a clutter-free environment? Do you feel you deserve to live in a beautiful space
That is a
where
big
there's
thing, isn't it? I've,
yes.
I've incorporated that into my affirmations of a nighttime. I run through the I ams through my head,
Yes,
and I've been running into that. I deserve a beautiful home. I deserve a tidy household. So it's
beautiful.
important to believe that.
Yep, absolutely. And I love it because, Kerry, you've got peppermint and it's around purposeful or unfocused. So when you are, undertaking your everyday tasks or whatever you're doing, here's an affirmation for you. I am loving what I do and doing what I love. So using peppermint with your affirmations and diffusing peppermint, putting peppermint in your diffuser would be a worthwhile thing to do so that I'm loving what I do and doing what I love. Now, peppermint's the wake me up oil. It's the oil that will put you into that beautiful, fresh energy of making sure, you are on track. You are clear. It's a good cleansing oil as well. And let me see what the path what is it? Goddess on purpose, pleasure, power, and prosperity. And somebody talked on the weekend about when a few people looked at this, and every one of these cards starts with a P.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I know.
really?
I wouldn't think there's
That's
that many
insane.
words. Isn't that great? So Luann,
It'd make it difficult to look, like if you had the book, you'd be trying to look up all the B's in alphabetical.
so I have to go to the next letter. So this is a beautiful look at this. One of her friends drew these pictures for her, and it's prove. Time to lighten up and be gentle with yourself. You have nothing to prove to anyone but yourself, dear. So maybe it's time for you to prove to yourself that you can be more organised and with intentions, with your peppermint oil and with your intentions, that's going to help you feel supported and give you that freshness to make sure that your place looks clean and tidy all the time. Oh, Emma, lots of water here. Roads cut off. Wow. I hope you are okay. Where are you, Emma? And let's know if you would like us to choose you a card. Now we're moving to Jocelyn. Let's go to Jocelyn.
So Jocelyn, I feel perhaps you've got a lot of questions around you. You're needing to give yourself a little bit of love, or perhaps you're looking for love that you need to be giving yourself externally. Um, I feel that perhaps it's time for you to take a little bit of time to attune to yourself and your surroundings, and really start to pay attention to what really sparks that passion within you, and start to really focus in on that and make those things in your life bloom. Um, Perhaps looking at getting your body moving, or if you're thinking about maybe making some kind of a change in your life, to really make sure that it aligns with the things that you want in your life, and start to manifest that in. You've got that energy around you, you've got love around you. You've just got to be making sure that your heart is open and that you're giving yourself the love that you want.
Beautiful. And I've got jasmine for you, and it's around trusting and expecting the best and bless the present. The other side of the coin to that is fearful. So you might like to look at what is within you that is lacking trust, and where's that fear coming from, and what do you need to do to step through that. Jasmine oil is going to help you with that as well. And do remember that if anyone wants a clarity call with me, I am offering half-hour clarity calls. I will be back home and more available next week. So if anyone is interested in a bit of a clarity call, let's know. Woohoo, spot on, Tiff. Fantastic. There you go. Let's see what the Goddess on Purpose card offers you. Oh, this is a new pack, and gosh, new packs are good. Actually, these are a nice size. They're not as big as many.
It's always fun learning the new, like your hands are different. They stick different.
Oh, look at this. I mean, trust. So you've got jasmine, you've got puzzle, and the dove, and the words are trust. So, and the words on this one are trusting. I trust myself, expect the best, and bless the present. So there's 3 trusts there. And in here, life may feel like a puzzle right now, but all the pieces are fitting together in perfect sequence. So that is your message today, Jocelyn. Trust. I hope that one speaks to you. And now we have the lovely Kate Manning. And Kate would like some intention, get organised and concentrate. While Tiffy's choosing some cards, I'm going to share with you my beautiful friend Susan Skyring, who loves the oils. My pleasure, Jocelyn. So she recently got some Valor. Now, Susan does readings. She's an astrologer. She works, and she's just recently incorporated essential oils into part of what she does. She's also a feng shui expert as well. And she used Valor in her diffuser. And what she noticed was that she could concentrate longer. So Valor is one I would recommend for concentration. We'll see what the cards say, of course.
I had a funny little experience with my Valor the other day. I was sure that I had an old bottle with just a tiny bit in there, and so I popped the dripper off and gone to go pour the drip into my hand, and I poured quite a bit more than a drip into my hand because it was a new bottle, not an old bottle. And I was just like, oh, what do I do? And I just sort of rubbed it all over myself. And then my son come running in, so he got some as well. And I had the best day that day.
I bet you were flying high that day.
I was so calm and it was good. I was very upset about my oil, but that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened to me with myrrh once. Actually, I had a pain in my foot. I don't even know what it was, where it came from. And I had a friend also who uses the oils in her clinic on a client, and the same thing happened to her because it's a really sticky oil. And when we took the lids off, the plastic dropper came out. And both of us had poured this oil onto that was an ankle in both instances. And I went, oh my gosh, oh well, I must have needed it because it's a very precious oil, myrrh. Yep. And do you know what? It worked a gem. So whatever that pain in my foot was, I don't know, but it was never to be felt again. And the same she said with her clients. So it was fantastic. These oils are magic. They're just magic. So the oil for you, Kate, is Vevita. My heart blossoms with quiet assurance. Now, the 2 words that are presented on this card for you are assurance or threatened. So you might like to look and see. Let's see if the goddess.
My pulling says a bit of that too, actually. It's saying that perhaps you need to take a bit of a break, and maybe take a bit of rest and get a bit of a different perception. When you plant seeds, sometimes you need to leave them to grow before you can start to harvest the things that they're going to be blooming with, right? So perhaps you need to be taking it a little bit easier on yourself. And what you sometimes when you try to concentrate, you need to take a break so that you've got the brain power there to even work with.
Fantastic. And phase. Is it time for you to move into the next phase? Notice which phase you are in now. Are you on purpose?
Well, that's a cool one.
Yeah, I love getting new cards, new things to play with. So this is something for you to consider. And is it time for you to get organised? Maybe it is, because you're naming it up. And what can you do to get organised? Because I think the interesting thing is it kind of goes hand in hand, doesn't it? If you get organised, well, your ability to concentrate will increase. And
Yeah.
I'm going to be
And if everything's
open.
scattered, so are you. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be open and transparent, because being I can be organised in my own random way. So
I can relate to that so much. As a crafter, it's definitely like you'll have
yes,
everything in their little spots, and then you start a project, and then before you know it, you haven't moved and you can't find anything.
absolutely. So
So you've got to put it back.
yes, to be organised, yeah, you need a clear mind. And for creative people, clear minds are always a challenge, because we're all over the place. We've got so many ideas dropping in. So another oil that would be great for getting organised is clarity. And that is a specific blend that will support your clarity. Now, last night, the naturopath that was speaking at the Young Living event. So there you go. Something just dropped in and it dropped out.
Put back out.
Yeah, he was the same as us, always talking about intentions and thinking about our energy. And he talked about energy, and he talked about giving away energy. He talked about taking energy from other people. And I think many of us are empaths, and we get bombarded by the energy of those around us. So putting ourselves into an energetic bubble, using some white angelica, which is the beautiful oil for protection. So I love my white angelica.
Very interesting. I had to incorporate lots of different protection, I guess, mechanisms being an empath before I had my beautiful
Yes,
oils. So much
yes.
easier having oils, not gonna lie. But there are lots of things you can do. You just need to make sure that you are protecting that beautiful energy, because there's a lot of icky things around.
Well, there are a lot of energy vampires. A lot of people want to take our energy. So we
Yeah.
need to learn boundaries, grounding, feet on the ground. Some people every day will go out and make sure that's part of their ritual. Definitely in
Yeah.
summer, that's part of my ritual. But
Shoes are the worst conspiracy ever.
yeah, absolutely. So I, as a child, used to get chilblains, and as an adult, I would, for many years, if I just put my feet on cold, on cold floor or something like that. As time's gone on, and actually since I've been using Young Living and our beautiful supplements, my ability for my body to stay warmer has increased. So the idea of going outside in winter and putting my feet on the ground was kind of a little bit scary for me. So
I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh, do I have to put my shoes on?
yeah. Mind you, like when I was probably your age, I just wore thongs. I wore thongs. That's basically thongs so you could kick them off. However, I discovered that thongs aren't that great for your.
They're not.
So
You
not
need
to be
flies
in
or leaves or something.
not to be in them all the time. So Anyway, but yes, bare feet on the, now I can go outside in the middle of winter and put my feet on the ground, and I don't get chill. I haven't had a chilblain. Gosh, I can't remember when I had one. So things
That's
do
funny.
change, and
Quite
if
often I'll have no shoes on in winter and people will be like, "Aren't you cold?" I'm like, "No." But I love personally, like in winter you get into the cold sand on the beach and you dig your feet into that beautiful cold sand and all those grains rubbing around. And that's actually really fantastic for drawing toxins out of the body and exfoliating the skin and just feeling great.
yes, absolutely fantastic. So let me tell you, because is there anyone who would like a message for today? So we will wait for some things to come through. So, pop in the comments, yes, please, if you would like your message. But what I'm going to do is share what we did with Zeta and a couple of the beautiful ladies in Melbourne. What we did was we had a little gathering of nurturing and delighting our senses. So we did a little bit of meditation. We heard a beautiful chime. We were working with the uh, just the frequency, the miracle chime, the note C, which is the note C, and so we had some beautiful time together. But what we did was we pulled out a card, like a bit like what you and I are doing today. So we pulled out different cards for ourselves, and we pulled out oil cards, and we pulled out a goddess on purpose card, and then we made ourselves some blends. So I worked with these cards as well. So I'm just going to put, hey, Jason, how are you, darling? I'm in Melbourne, Jason. Hi, Dulcie. I'll write your name down and we will work with you next. It's wet in Melbourne. Not at the moment. Not where I am. Is it raining where you are? Kate, where can we buy some of these chimes? I can let you know. 528 hertz, the miracle chime. I will put you on to my friend. They're beautiful chimes. So what we did was we used these cards and messages, and then we made our own little blends in a little roller bottle. And my card that I pulled was passion, and I can't remember what else. Oh, primal, and one, and that's right. And the blend card was live with passion. So I named my blend primal passion, and I
Oh,
put
that's cool.
some beautiful oils in here that represented the cards. I didn't have live your passion with me because I haven't got all my oils here in Melbourne, so I made a blend in lieu of that, and I just put some carrier oil and a roll on, and everybody named their oils, gave them their blends an oil, which gives us the intention of the oil. So this is going to remind me to, tune into my primal passion and take it out into the world.
I love that.
So, okay. So, Dulcie, what's going
Dulcie,
on for you? Let's see what we've got for Dulcie or
I
Dulce.
want you to seek warmth, happiness, passion, vibrancy. That's what you need to be looking for in your life. I'm getting here. It's time for you to be trusting of yourself and honest with yourself and really hone in on what it is that you're seeking. Um, and then go for it relentlessly and unapologetically. Obviously, you're not looking to step on people in the way. We all get that, but you matter too, and you deserve to have that big, beautiful, bright light coming, just beaming out of you, and that's what you're looking for right now. What is that for you?
Oh, Dulcie. And I have Everlasting, which is a beautiful oil. Adaptation creates movement and flow. So, do you feel adaptable at the moment, or do you feel immobilized? And Everlasting is in Europe, they call it immoral. And it's the one that, gives you that immortality, that feeling of, I am everlasting. It's very uplifting oil. It's a very valuable oil. And let's see what we've got from the Goddess card and provide. Open and expand your awareness. Reach out, it's there. Everything is always provided to you, Goddess. So, this is your message. Just know that everything is there and be open to receiving. I'm kind of tuning into abundance. Have I got abundance here? I thought I did in my little, I might have taken it out. Why don't I have it with me? But abundance oil is a fantastic oil to have to help you to open up energetically and align with that sense that you are being provided for. So they're the two for you. Now, who else have we got there? Hey, Holly, I know Holly would love a card. Kate, I will send you, or if anyone does want to know where to get the chimes from, I will send you to my friend Gary. That's exactly how I'm feeling. I'm standing on the edge, waiting to jump, just need the courage. Dulcie, come and join us in our oil community because
Come jump around.
yeah, come and join the Courage Tribe. Maybe that's what I should be calling us, the Courage Tribe. So for
The
me,
Courage Club.
yeah, the Courage Tribe. Yeah, that's right. Get that courage. What is it? That saying of feel the fear and doing it now. So, these oils help with that inner transformation. They help us with our ability to step up, to step out, and to step into the world and to shine our light. So many of us are afraid to shine our lights. And when you get to the bottom of that, it's like, why are we afraid? What is that about? And getting to the bottom of that. And the oils will tell us your story, Tiffy, about have the oils given you courage?
Absolutely. I mean, a year ago I was in the comments asking for a card, and now, here I am giving the cards out.
Mm.
And it's not just courage, when I started getting the oils, I was looking for comfort, I think, more than courage. And I got that and then some. You've got that anything you're looking for, that comfort, the warmth, the uplifting, and just was that extra push I needed to just believe in myself to do the next phase of growing.
Absolutely. And my story is the same. A few years ago, I wouldn't have thought of doing what I'm doing. And these oils have put me where I am today. So we've got Holly.
Holly, beautiful Holly.
So, friend, if you would like to join our oil community, I have the name of our group down there. If you want to browse our website, please do that. If you want a friend request me or Tiff, please do that, and we will bring you into our beautiful oil community. And we do lives on a Wednesday night. I offer half an hour clarity sessions, complimentary ones, and I also do 1 hour readings. I work with colour, intention, meditation, affirmations, and essential oils to get to the bottom of what it is that's holding you back. Absolutely, Robin. Essential oils are the way ahead. Yes, they're nature's, they're ancient, used for healing for thousands of years. And
they're essential.
Yeah, they are essential. And that's what the naturopath was saying last night. They are actually essential for our body. So, and they support the natural functions of our body. They bring us back into balance. And then you find, things that you were grappling with just drop away. So emotionally, so Gary Young, a lot of our blends are for emotional well-being because he knew why essential oils was necessary. He knew that our emotional healing was so vital and important for preceding our physical healing. So what have we got for Holly?
So Holly, I think I pulled this for you before, but you really need to be giving yourself a lot of love, focusing on those affirmations, replacing those negative thoughts with the positive ones when necessary, and really just stop taking on those things that other people are shoving onto you. You don't need them. That's their mess. Focus on what you need in your life and allow those bloomings to come into your life, and really stop to smell the roses, appreciate those things that really do bring joy into your life, and nurture them so that there can be more.
Absolutely. Now I've got for you frankincense holly uh,
Mm.
to support the feelings of being protected and moving away from anything that you feel vulnerable about. I am protected by the fragrance of love and light. Beautiful oil, very grounding, spiritually awakening, uh, and just great for meditation, great for turning your thoughts around.
And
Last
when in
night,
doubt, get your Frankie out.
yeah, if in doubt, get your Frankie out. So last night I was at the event in Melbourne, and we all were gifted a frankincense oil. It was amazing.
Lovely. I was just laughing. I was like, I've got like 4 or 5 bottles of frankincense, and I couldn't find one, but I did.
I love that. 4 or
They're all
5.
over the house. It's
Isn't it
frankincense
nice?
everywhere.
Isn't it a nice feeling when you've actually got to that point where you can leave one? Like I have one in the bathroom because I put it on
Yeah,
my face every day. It's a great skin oil.
they're
I,
all over the house. Like I've
I
got my little display, and I'm like, oh, that's full. Oh, but there's still some there and some there. Oh,
fantastic.
they're everywhere.
Yes, Kate, Young Living oils are the only way to go. I'll agree with you there. Seed to
That's
seal.
right.
So, and what's
There's
Kate?
nothing that compares to the seed to seal guarantee that Young Living has. Honestly, it just makes you feel so comfortable. Like that's what held me back from jumping into essential oils for so long. Was I knew that I loved essential oils. My mum used them, um, but I also knew that the industry was a little bit iffy, and I just didn't honestly know where to even start looking for good quality your essential oils. And I have not once doubted anything with Young Living. Like when you read through their seed to seal guarantee and when you smell the oils, just everything is high vibrational. Even the fact that they use their leftover plant waste for, their vegan leathers for the cases, or the tissues and stuff like that they use, it's just incredible. They've gone above and beyond and thought of things that lots of other companies haven't.
Fantastic. Gary certainly was a visionary and someone who wasn't just a visionary. He put the vision into action by by buying farms all around the world because he could see that in the long term we were maybe cutting down forests to create
Yeah,
or cutting trees down to create oils or
taking
clear.
too much.
It's like the sandalwood in India, that beautiful sandalwood that a lot of people know about, but in India I don't know that you can actually it's just not a sustainable way
Yeah.
to harvest
Well, and that's the thing.
sandalwood.
It's not just the oils or the way the oils have been handled or produced. It's the farms you've got to consider as well. You don't know if they're following correct procedures, or whether, there's pesticides, or what sorts of things could be going on in the farms. There's just so many different factors to contribute, and Young Living's covered them all.
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't it fantastic? I get excited.
Mm.
Um,
I
so
get a
you,
little sad thinking I won't get to meet Gary, but I also feel like I already have through, his works that I've listened to and read, and the oils. It's the strangest feeling.
absolutely, and I can tune in, and I know Gary is with me.
You've met him, so you would just know that energy. So yeah,
Yes,
but it's for me, it's like it's almost like he's there.
he did a
I
beautiful
don't
talk
know.
at the last talk I heard him offer at one of our conventions. I can't quite remember the name of it, but it's still on YouTube and it's in our group. And he knew that he was grappling with some serious illness, and I think also leftovers from. He was actually paraplegic, told he would never walk again, and he did walk again, put himself back together, and he created Young Living, and we're actually the biggest essential oil company in the world, and we have the biggest lavender farm. Look, I could go on about all our beautiful farms, which didn't happen because Gary sat at home. It happened because he had a vision, but it also happened because he took steps, and he really wanted to make sure that we all had access to these beautiful oils. But That's right. He went on it, and I'm still got you, Holly, this card. But what he did was he wanted to go in a sled. He was one of these people. His mantras was, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room. Now, how many of us? Isn't that
I love
amazing?
that.
Oh, here we go. And actually, his Dulce says, I'm standing on the edge, waiting to jump. I just need the courage. Well, this story
That's right. She did too. Yeah.
might help you, Dulce. So that was his mantra. And he went into a sled race. So he had, what are those, Huskies? Which he used oils and our supplements on the Huskies. And he just loved animals. His horses, champion horses. Anyway, he decided to go in this Husky race up in northern Canada, somewhere in Alaska it would have been, I think. And he'd never done it before, and he went on this race, and it took him over a couple of days. And he did a talk about this race and what he went over, and there were times where he couldn't see the road ahead. There was one time, I think, where he went round in circles, and he kept coming back to the wrong place. And did he win the race? No, but did he stick with it and finish? And he did. And like, just amazing. And I know that his health wasn't in top condition at the time, but there's this beautiful talk. I'll see if I can find it for you, Tiff, because listening to that was so amazing. And that was, I'm going to cry now. That was the last time I heard him talk. So, and I was booked to go to the next convention that he was going to talk at, and he passed just a few. I think he passed in May. I can't remember, but we all tear up. We call it, and Gary used to always call it leaky eye syndrome. I don't think I've seen or heard him talk without him getting emotional, and because he was such a heartfelt person. But his spirit is here to live on. Now,
Absolutely.
Holly, your message is pounce. Now is the time to pounce. Crouching tiger, ready to pounce. You have been like a magnet, attracting opportunities to you. So you need to pounce in the direction that you want to go. Now is your time, Holly. And grab that frankincense, and that will help you to give you that energy.
Claim what's yours.
Yes. Okay, so we've still got some time left. Let's know if you would like a message. So, Tiff, what other oils might you use? Yeah, crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Absolutely, Jason. What part of Melbourne? Are you in Melbourne, Jace? I have a feeling you are. Our pleasure, Holly. And Holly's a Taswegian. Are you getting a lot of rain there? I hear the bridge at Cam River is falling apart or something.
I have a friend that's been out. That's out in Shepparton. They've gotten that quite heavily.
Okay.
Out there.
I'm an ex-Shepparton girl and have cousins there that have got a house that's up the waters up to the floorboards. I've got another beautiful friend in Marupna, and she's been on tenterhooks as well. So it's an area that gets prone to floods. But
I know that we here in South Australia had to open our dam gates to offer relief up there. So hopefully that helps.
Yes. Wow. So I am coming to Queensland in a few weeks. When's the date that I'm coming? I'm coming to Queensland on the 8th of, I'm coming to Melbourne on the 8th, 9th to the 13th to go on a Young Living trip. And then from the 13th to the 18th, that week I am in Queensland. And we will be, I know Jess Miller is up there on the Sunshine Coast, and we will be having a get together up there. So if anyone's watching and would like me to come and visit them, let me know. If you want to grab some friends and have a bit of an oil gathering, you never know what we can create. And I am open to it. And I might even be going down to Byron Bay, I think, to visit a friend.
Fun. The Bay.
Yes. So what have we got for the lovely Robin?
Lovely, Robin. I want you to be spending some time making sure that you're nurturing your body, listening to those calls that it's giving you. Um, drink when you need it, eat when you need it. Make sure that you're consuming foods that are going to give you the power that you are looking for. And then with that, to make sure to trust and follow through with your gut instincts and um, really allow yourself to just jump into those ideas that you maybe have been hesitating for. You've got a lot of good things on the horizon here that I can see, and perhaps you need to just sort of allow yourself to go with the flow and not be taken back by any unforeseen things that may come your way.
Okay, and I've got lemongrass, which is a
Mm.
beautiful oil. If you know your oils, Robin, you probably know about lemongrass, and it's around being moving away from feeling restricted to feeling more expansive. If it's possible in the world, it's possible for me. It's one of our culinary, it's one of our wellness oils. So it's been traditionally used in aromatherapy for so many things. And let's see. And of course, Tiffy wants to go to Byron.
I want to go everywhere, man.
Yeah. And look at this. I love it. Expansion, profit. What's going on for you?
Oh, I've
Open
got a
your heart.
profit card too. You've got
Oh,
some good luck coming your way by the looks of it.
nice. Awesome. So open your heart and receive all you deserve. Now is the time for you to profit for all the work you have done. So make sure you are open to receive all those beautiful things. And
Yeah,
I
there's lots of it coming your way.
hope they're gold coins that you're stashing away.
Yes, they are. They were little Noma mines. I'll put the card away.
Beautiful. So I don't know whether you've got Young Living Oils, Robin, but if you haven't and you'd like to look into it, obviously we would love to get you connected with our beautiful oils, beautiful life-changing oils, I might add. So, and I'm going to, that's what I thought there was something I was going to say. I'm going to catch up with Nettie on the Gold Coast. I'm so excited.
Exciting.
Might have to see if we can do a Facebook Live sitting next to each other. We'll see what mode Nettie's in, because I
That'd
know
be fun.
she's doing different things in the world, although she still does keep in touch with some of her community. She's shifted away from the kind of things she does. So, yeah, where in Queensland are you, Jason? And yeah, go Robin. So have you magnified your purpose yet, Jason? Because I do recall that was an oil that I pulled out for you one day and you were nearly going to purchase. So I often wonder whether you've magnified your purpose yet. Or are you like most of us and still on that path of opening up and stepping into things? My latest
Yes,
thing
and
is,
yes.
yes, not yet. Uh-oh.
I've magnified my purpose, yes, but I'm still going.
Yeah, that's right. Magnified. That exactly. So now I've lost my thread. Oh, yeah, my purpose is being magnified. I've joined a beautiful lady in the UK who is going to put my podcasts on her platform and on her directory. And so I'm stepping into the world of podcasts next. And I will be doing an illuminated conversation or uplifting conversation with beautiful Catherine from our oils next
Ooh,
Wednesday.
yay.
And I've got
They've
to
been
learn.
so much fun to watch. They've just been great.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. And I will be having you back on one of those too again. So each week I will be stepping into that, but I'm not going to launch the podcast part of it until November, because I need to be organised ahead of time, because I'll be spending about 10 days up in Queensland, or no, yes, maybe 10, I don't know. I've got to look at that because I'm in Melbourne at the moment and I'm just in the here and now at the moment. So it's I always kind of get one thing done and then I go, right, I've done all these events this week. I'll go home, recoup, water my garden if it needs, or give it some tender, loving care. And I'll be on my on a plane to Queensland before I know it. So thanks for joining us this morning, and Tiffy, thanks for shifting, being able to shift your day and time.
Fine.
We,
Love to be
we will
here.
we will be back same time, same channel. I'm nowhere near the coast. Oh, okay, Jace, you're inland. I couldn't quite remember where you were. So thanks for joining us. Make sure you oil up and get happy, get rid of stress, step into your full power and full potential of who you are. Yeah, Kerry, let's know if you've got any friends who, I know you're in Brisbane, I think somewhere near there. If you've got any friends who would like to come around and to your place or meet in a cafe, we might be able to meet up and talk oils and talk magnifying our purpose and talk about believing in ourselves, because that is so important. So from my heart to yours, go forth and magnify your brilliance.
Own the day, guys.
Thanks, Tiffy. Bye, everyone. Love you all.